for holding off. Okay, now I gotta find the channel. I gotta go to Gimmeabreakman and find this channel. Find this thing. We've already tweeted it. Yes.
Yes, I've already tweeted it. So if you go on Twitter, you'll find the link. Oh.
And it's up. There it is. Adoption. No, it's not. Obama won. No, it's not there. Why is it? That's weird. I can't find it.
Obama. That doesn't sound like it.
That's weird. But people are watching. Actually, you showed me a link before. Damn it. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Well,
and,
and I commented there. I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Oh.
Where did that go? Okay. Now I gotta find the
I found it.
Oh, it's obviously up. There it is.
You found it?
Yeah, I found it. Oh, yeah, there. Okay, hey guys.
Now turn your speakers off.
My speakers are always on. It's the I just turn off the volume on. Give me a. Okay. Good evening. Let's start. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I have warned you?
Yeah, you should. That's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
So, all right, I apologize for being a little bit late. To say sorry for you,
you're only 22 minutes late.
I'll open up this. Well, we had a big communication failure.
I'll say.
So we misinterpreted the word. Well, we both had different. I said the word host, and I meant hosting physically, and Hiko thought I meant hosting digitally. So Kemushi-chan was in town. If you don't know who Kemushi-chan is, she's a wonderful vlogger who's going to start vlogging again hardcore. So watch out for her. She's going to come in. She's going to come back hardcore. Really one of the most talented vloggers I think out there, Kemushi-chan. And Kemushi. And she's started up a new site for people who are interested in scholarships.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in getting a scholarship to Japan, like she's gotten many scholarships. And she's figured out a way to help other people find scholarships without all the work that she had to do. Anyway, I did an interview. She gave a speech to my students, and we went to Izakaya and had a lot of fun. We really had a really good time. But unfortunately, she had to go back to Kyoto tonight.
Right.
So anyway, that's what happened to me. So I apologize for that. And here's my apology shot to you guys. Cheers, guys. Here you go.
So on my end, we've lined up a certain celebrity that we've been talking about getting on for a long time.
Yes.
However,
Justin Bieber has finally agreed.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber?
I told him that I would become a true believer if he came on, and that I would take him back to Yasukuni and all that stuff. And yeah, he sounded good with it. So we were going to do that, but because of Victor's plans and so on tonight, we rescheduled for next week.
Did he refused to reschedule? Huh?
Yeah, he had a big concert or something. No. So next week. So next week we may or may not, depending on Justin Bieber's schedule, be able to manage it. But yes. So anyway, we're getting someone pretty good on next week.
Yes, we have someone very good on Hiko Simon's channel, so watch out for that. I want to thank everyone for the support that I've gotten for just leaving my Gimmeabreakman, abandoning my channel, and coming over here. A lot of really positive, tons of emails, lots of good support. Thanks a lot, guys. I was actually thinking, oh, no one's going to come tonight because they won't know it's on here. But well, obviously, that's not true. 90 people are watching. That's great. And as you can see, Hiko's up the ante by vastly improving his camera quality to the point where he swore I would feel jealous, and I thought to myself, nah. But I got to admit, he looks beautiful. You're looking beautiful.
I look beautiful anyway, but now I can show that.
Yeah, but now we can actually appreciate your beauty completely.
Yeah, that's what
without imagining what's behind the pixelated. You know, when you're pixelated, it's hard. It's hard when your whole head is pixelated. I don't want to tell you what you look like. Now.
Well, this is what the people want. They want more of my face in high resolution. So, we've got that now. Although, yes, my audio is not perfectly in sync from what I understand.
Yes, you're not. I don't know why.
Damn it. So,
but you look good.
Well, and that's all that's important, really. I'll see if I can fix the audio syncing issue. The sound is pretty good, right?
Good. Okay. And I'm completely in sync. I don't know. Right.
Yeah, you're like a dancer. You're like one of those boy band guys. I'm a believer in your in sync.
Yeah. Oh my God. Both are terrible. Hey, so seriously, for those of you who have not checked out Kemushi-chan, I put her name in the comments. I'll put it again. She's really a top blogger. She's as good as anybody out there. Seriously. Her only problem is she hasn't posted as often as other people, but apparently that's going to change soon. So keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes out. You'll see her on this channel as well, and a few other people's channels, including 2.5 Oyajis, hopefully in the future.
Yeah.
I talked to her. You know her, right?
I'm familiar with her. She's one of the. She was vlogging before I was, actually. She was around for a long time.
She was one. I would say she's my generation, but she just never had the spare time to make the abundance of videos that other people did. But anyway, she's great. She's great. So I'm kind of behind. I was gone for a Golden Week. Went to my in-laws' house. I got my new camera. Hold on, which I cannot figure out how to set up. I got the new Sony. It's an HX400V, and it works. You know, it's a very decent camera, but more importantly, it's got an amazing zoom.
Yeah.
Which you will see in my latest video. It's just amazing. So you'll see more of that. But I can't figure out how to do what you've done, which is amazing. Let me also say thank you to Kemushi-chan, who brought me a bottle of Hudson whiskey. Look at that. Beautiful little bottle. Oops. Have you done a tutorial on how you did what you did?
Not yet. I'm going to, but I do need to figure out why the sound is so badly out of sync, and it's annoying to me as well.
But you were fine 2 days ago.
Was I really?
Weren't you fine at the Tokyo at your test a few days ago? You were.
You know what? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to try something live right now. I'm going to try to change my audio to my old mic, which won't sound quite as good, but I'll see if it's more in sync if I do it that way. So,
all right.
Give me a sec. Let me put
so, yeah, unfortunately, Kemushi couldn't make it. She's got to go back to Tokyo tonight.
It's a shame, yeah. I thought we were going to get her on.
Okay. Hey, so I did a video called Only in Japan, and Joe Casey, who's watching right now, said, "Great, I can't wait till we finally get leaves." I saw that, Joe Casey. Don't appreciate the sarcasm there. You know I wasn't talking about the leaves.
Okay.
But I admit that was pretty funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Is that more in sync or not?
No.
No?
No. Sorry.
Okay, so that is lag. Okay, got it. I don't know what the issue is.
I could talk out of sync on purpose too, like, "Hey everybody, how you doing? What's going on?" How's that? That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, if I can just get the audio in sync. And this sound isn't as good as the mic on the camera, right? The Rode. This is not as good, right?
Oh, do you have the Rode? Where's the Rode? I thought you had to plug it in your camera.
The Rode is on the camera, but I just switched mics. I thought maybe if I used my handheld mic that the sync might be better. But it's not, right?
No.
Oh, well, screw that. So I'm going back to the Rode.
All right. We're okay. I mean, you don't have to be in sync. But tell me what's been happening though. In Golden Week, I spent it with my in-laws and testing out this new camera, and then went to see my brother, and then we had a pizza party with Mully and Shane and Regan. So I've actually seen tons of people. I've been visiting people all weekend.
Yeah. Well, first thing is there's some things. First thing is the competition that we are going to have on the thumbnail competition. And I don't know if you actually got around to it. I'll bet you didn't, but I did.
No. Well, actually, I was working on it, and I got part of it done, but I didn't finish.
Yeah.
But you know what? I re-updated my software, and as a result, the software that I used to insert pictures into this video doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Well, but I can show the screen, right? That's right?
Yeah. So you know what? I have actually designed what I think is going to be. So
I saw yours. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, so this is what I want to show because
it's pretty hard to beat that one. I don't know. I don't want you. Maybe you shouldn't show it because you might disappoint people and make them think they can't win.
I'm going to show people that we're holding to certain standards here. We're a high quality show, and So here's the okay. Well, let's give some background to the competition,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to do the big presentation of what I'm pretty sure is going to be the winning entry. So you're pretty much wasting your time, but let's explain it first. So Victor and I were talking about how what we really need is some more credibility, some more branding. We want to take this whole thing to the next level,
Yes,
and what we
exactly.
really need to do that is a real regular kind of thumbnail. And we're thinking about having even like a base thumbnail that we put on every episode so that you can kind of see the brand. That is 2.5 Oyajis that's been built up for 3 years now, and we really are. I think it's the leading Japan YouTube-based live talk show, which I think we are. I mean, and that's no exaggeration. We want to get a thumbnail worthy of that status. And although we're both pretty good at making thumbnails and we already do it all the time,
Right.
but one of the next aspects of taking this to the next level is we want to do more crowd participation. We want to get you guys involved, and
Exactly.
part of that, we know that there are some pretty creative people out there, and I'm interested. Do they have the chops? Can they actually make thumbnails as good as us? So although I already kind of announced that we're going to do this competition, in terms of submitting, we thought about setting up an email address for it, but we haven't got around to that yet, have we?
No, we haven't done that either. Yes.
So what I'll suggest for now, you can tweet it at us or Facebook it at us or do whatever. I mean, I think you all know the ways to reach out to either of us through Twitter or through Facebook. So if you have entries, we'll try to set up an email and we'll announce it properly. We'll probably make an event on Facebook for it eventually. But for now, if you can just upload it somewhere where we can see it, and we will track all the entries. But if you could just make a 16:9 ratio thumbnail with a new kind of just like a banner title screen for 2.5 Oyajis, which if it wins, apart from being on every one of our videos from now on, and we will give a credit in the video information on every one of our videos, we are also looking at getting some sort of YouTube swag oriented prize. I got a question for that actually. I was looking up how to get that stuff from the YouTube from the Google store in America,
Uh-huh.
and they don't ship internationally from there. But can you arrange to get something shipped from the US to here? I bet you've got a way to do that.
Pretty sure. I mean, I can't imagine that you can't buy.
Well, yeah, we're going to figure out a prize, which again, we haven't figured out the prize or how to deliver the entries yet, but it doesn't matter because I'm already going to win it. So I'm going to show you my entry now. And this is what you guys are up against, so consider this the gauntlet thrown down for you guys to step up and show us what you can do. So let me just bring this over, and no, wait a minute. Now there's a question. I don't want to use that.
Can you show your screen?
I'm going to show my screen. Boom. Now check that out. Now I just want to talk you through the artistry here. The font that I use, can you see that? Is that showing up on the screen at the moment? Let me just check.
Let's see. Yeah, looks pretty good.
Yeah. So basically, it's of course a Rising Sun theme. You know what you're talking? I'm looking at the video live right now, and I can't see it.
I can see it.
No. But look at the live video right now. It's not showing it.
Oh, really?
It's not showing it. Yeah, you must have clicked on yourself or something at the bottom of the screen. You got to unclick it so that it goes to wherever the sound is coming from.
Huh.
It's not switching camera. Switch to the camera anyway. Switch it now.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Click on me.
Yeah, I did that. Okay, now it's filling the whole screen. Oh, but it clicked away. I clicked on it. Okay.
Yeah, the beauty, people are saying they're kind of right. The beauty is indeed too much, but okay, have you switched it over? Oh, so it's going to take.
Yeah, switch it over.
Okay, so maybe people can see here. It's a rising sun motif, symbolic of Japan. It's got both of our photos, and I don't know how bad the lag on this is. There we go. Some people are saying, wow, it looks remarkably like Victor staring into a camera, which it does at the moment. There we go. Okay, so there's a bit of a lag to the video. So now people have been staring at this for a minute. So yes, it's got both of our faces. It's got actually the font I selected is the same font that Steve Jobs used in his original presentation of the iPhone when he first announced it.
Really?
Yeah. It's got both of those so that people know what we look like. And the thing is as well, there are two things that you really need from a thumbnail on YouTube. One, you need brightness, to draw attention from the other videos. And the other thing that you need is, of course, credibility, which I think the Comic Sans and the pink and yellow motif will ensure. So I don't know if you guys think you can do better than this, you're welcome to try. But I don't know. I don't know that there's really any hope for anybody else at the moment, having shown them this now. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. It's going to be pretty hard to beat. I think it's definitely. But I don't know. I don't think. I think our subscribers are up to the challenge. You know.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, I worked on that for quite a lot. I worked on that for like 3 nights on Photoshop. I did actually use Photoshop with that as well. Not even exaggerating there. So, I'm using cutting edge equipment, and my computer is like an i7. It's got 64 gigs of RAM.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 terabyte storage, hard disk.
You do have a monster computer, that's true.
I have a monster computer, so I don't really see how people can compete, frankly. It's probably unfair, actually, that I even posted that, but, I want people to really come up to the challenge and try to make a better thumbnail than we can make. So, I don't know if they can do it, but...
can I show you my entry?
Yeah, you got one?
Yeah, I got one. Hold on a second. Okay, let me just...
Yeah.
Okay, this is mine.
No pictures of your butt, please.
Okay, this is... Oh, what is this?
You're going to have to switch the camera back.
Computer. Okay.
Probably.
Is this working? There's mine.
I can see. I want to unsee it. Oh, come on. That's not on. Come on. What is this? I mean,
I think mine shows how we are progressive people.
We are progressive people.
Progressive, and we're willing to,
we're good looking
accept all kinds of people.
Is this showing up on the screen? I wonder though.
I don't know.
Because I think you're still just showing me now, looking shocked at the screen.
Yeah, I don't think it's showing up. Now it's gone.
Yeah. So you want to click on yourself this time and make it go back.
That didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it was there. Oh, and it was working as well with the sound. Yeah, that's...
What do you know? So is it really? I don't see it. I don't see it working.
Yeah, the thing is like a 45-second lag as usual, but
I think that deserves a thumbs up.
The thing is, I feel really, really bad for the guy in the underwear on the side because he's got 2 sexy people beside him who are just going to take all the attention away.
I was going to go for boobs,
like
us against the big boobs, but I thought that is so typical. I really gotta, I think we really need to push the envelope.
He took it to the next level. It's like you've got 2 Adonises and some guy in his underwear. I think it works.
I thought you were going to say 2 Adonises and a guy in a hat. That would have been a better joke.
Well, obviously, yes. I'm not as warmed up as you tonight.
Someone said, "Is that Regan in the background?"
Yeah, it looks like Regan. Yeah.
Well, I've never seen Regan's body, but
yeah.
But I suppose his face does look like that.
Yeah. Well, the face, maybe.
I don't imagine the body either, so there you go.
So anyway, enough excitement. So that is the challenge to you all. If you can do a better thumbnail than that, I think I'm just going to get surprised myself because the thing is, yeah, you've got the sex appeal, but you don't have the credibility of mine. And I think that's what the people really want.
We just need good production value.
Well, that's true. So how long are we going to run the competition? I think we give it 2 weeks.
Let's give it all of May.
All of May? Okay, end of May.
That's easy. All of May.
The first show was so the first show in June. We're going to announce the winner, and there will be cool stuff, and we will announce what the prizes and whatnot are as we go along. But for now, get working because I think to beat us, you're going to have to really, really be on your game.
Yes.
And so yes. So that is that. I'll tell you what, the Twitter's been exciting today.
Really, what's been happening on Twitter?
There's been people debating. We know we're got a business, but by the way,
is he in trouble again? What's he up to?
Yeah, well, he's gotten very upset with Goldman Sachs. With Goldman Sachs.
Oh, the company.
The 1%,
Oh, really?
And that is because someone from Goldman Sachs was saying that we need, in Japan, what Japan needs is Filipino nannies to look after all the Japanese people's kids. And, and Victor and some other people on Twitter who I quite enjoy following, including Molboin and where are they? They were trolling me. We got Durf and Anna Sasegawa. Now I'm very upset because, of course, Japan has good childcare and all this stuff, and talking about we don't need, Filipina home help to come and help in
Right.
Japan, right? That's just
That's an insult for some racist reason that I can't think of.
that's just the 1% serving the interests of the 1%. They bought the newspaper and they used it to complain about not having Filipino nannies.
Right.
But for me, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. So
Well,
I think
Filipino nannies speak English, so there you go, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's half your child. You're going to save so much money on Juku,
Yeah. And
because you're just have the Filipino maid just speak English with them.
well, there's that, and there is and from my perspective, it's not actually even the nanny, the child raising. I think the real benefit, actually, the realistic benefit for the economy here is going to be, of course, Japan's going to help in a handbasket. And that's going to be overrun by old people and the public health system is going to be able to look after them, and people are going to be forced to look after their elderly parents at home, and that's going to crush the young generation, and they're going to need help at home, just to be able to cope. And I think, I don't know. I mean, for me, when I was a kid, I lived in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
We had a housemaid who would come to the house once it was about 2 or 3 times a week. Would help my mum clean up and cook dinner and whatnot. In Singapore, that's...
So you were middle class, right?
Well, actually, I mean, we were on New Zealand Army salary. I think in those days, because of the currency difference...
You're kidding me.
We were quite well off in Singapore, but New Zealand Army is...
So an Army salary gets that? That's amazing.
Army salary, US Army, they get paid well, but New Zealand Army doesn't get paid. I mean, New Zealand is pretty a step above social welfare. But we had a good enough life in Singapore that we had a home helper come 3 times a week, and I got to eat Sri Lankan food, and they clean up, they play with us and stuff like that. It was kind of awesome, and I don't know. I think when you think about how Japan's got to cope with this, this huge aging society, I think rather than punish young people having to look after them, which is going to happen anyway. For me, it's like a win-win. You let Filipino people come to Japan where they can earn more money than they would earn, at home. Of
course.
And it's a great country to live in, and so they can send remittances and so on, which is what they do in other countries. And at the same time, Japan gets some extra help. So I think it's a good idea, but I don't know. They're complaining. They're saying that no one in Japan wants a foreigner to help look after their kids or come into their homes, and no one wants to have a live-in maid, which I don't think there would be a live-in maid. But yes, Bogdan, that's right. They pay soldiers in New Zealand with sheep. That's right.
What?
Bogdan I'm getting trolled in the comments by Bogdan C, who's saying that they pay soldiers in New Zealand with sheeps. And by the way, very important point here. I want to correct you that sheep is a singular and a plural. There's no such word as sheeps.
Yes, that's true.
I don't mind you misspelling anything, but please don't mess with your sheep vocabulary with me, because I'm just not going to tolerate it. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think? You think that Japan should open up the immigration floodgate? I mean, we already allow Filipino dancers and
But we allow Australians in the country.
Well, there you go. I mean, the whole we can't complain about real estate values going down. So, and I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's like you can sponsor a Filipina to come and clean your house so long as she dances the entire time that she's cleaning. Which, by the way, dancing itself is also illegal in Japan, so that doesn't make sense either. I guess she has to sing.
Really?
They have these entertainer visas where they have all these Filipino people coming to Japan, and right now they're trying to get nurses and so on. They're trying to
come over on entertainment visas.
Yeah.
But they are actually cleaning.
No. They're working at hostess bars and so on, and that's what was happening. And I think they've changed that system. But this is the thing. Japan's already had a flood. I mean, you talk about what contributes more to Japanese society, having people to help young people cope with looking after their parents or looking after kids, or pouring drinks for old bureaucrats in bars. And the government went straight for the pouring drinks. But I mean, I think it's a good idea. But apparently, I was criticized. The Twitter consensus is definitely it's a 1% self-serving. Japan doesn't want and talking they'll be exploited if they come. But I'm like, so what? You leave them exploited and poor where they are? I don't know.
Yeah, it's always weird how people just tell you what your reality is. The Japanese don't accept you. If they're nice to you, it's all fake. You're being fooled. Well, I'm quite happy in my state of this hallucination I live in. It seems pretty real to me. So.
Yeah, yeah. As a soft apologist myself. Yeah, no. The water's fine. By the way, some more news today. I got notified that I have to go to immigration because they.
You got your permanent visa?
Well, either that or they're throwing me out. It's one of the two. I could be going straight to the Gaijin Gulag, where I will be taking my iPhone and shooting video, because it could become a Pulitzer Prize-winning news story at the end of it. And if not, they will give me my passport and it will have a permanent residence visa for Japan.
Well, I'm gonna preemptively just congratulate you.
Yeah. Hopefully that's how it is. But and it'll be so awesome. You're a permanent resident as well, right?
Yes. I actually forgot that I was interviewing Regan a few days ago.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I'm here on a working visa. And later I'm watching the video going, why did I say that? I have a permanent residency. I'm just used to using that.
I can't wait to be like an official Zainichi and trolling certain people who like to complain about Zainichis and voting rights for permanent residents. And yeah, it'd be kind of awesome if they get around to letting us vote. I don't know about the mayor of Nagoya, but the governor of Tokyo wants to let foreign permanent residents vote.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. I mean,
I remember speaking. I met the governor, the mayor of Nagoya. I remember he said very, very, very clearly, "Gaijin beri gudo." That's what he said. So I would think that means he wants us to basically take over.
He's a Gaijin lover. That's it. He is a sellout of his country. That's what I like to see.
What else is happening in the news? I'm way behind this week.
Yeah. So there's
a big Sapporo crazy woman who's bombing or was trying to explode things in Sapporo.
Well, she was had those gas canisters for little mini ovens that were exploding everywhere. But then they've had her in detention, and there have been more bombs going off. So it looks like either she had help or she got help. I don't know. Maybe she maybe she was sponsoring someone on a visa, or she didn't do it. I don't know. So there is that. I was actually reading. I'll tell you what. This is kind of crazy. I was reading this just before I got on. Peter Durfee from he's all over Twitter and stuff like that. Has he ever drawn your attention?
Peter who?
Peter Durfee on Twitter. He's DURF Durf. He's kind of a smart guy.
Oh really? No.
He's one of the editors for Nippon.com, which is basically the English webpage featuring kind of really in-depth news and analysis articles put out by this think tank.
Peter Durfee, okay, Durf, right.
The Japan Foundation. And there's an article on it today, which I was just reading, Confronting Japan's Unpleasant Fiscal Arithmetic. And it was talking about a bunch of economists looking at how Japan would pay off its, how high the sales tax would have to be in order to, under different scenarios, in order to pay off its debt. I'm sorry, dude, wake up. Victor, wake up. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. They said anyway that sales tax would have to go to 60%.
I was reading an article about this Peter Durfee guy. He looks kind of like me. I'm kind of evil, with a mustache. Yeah. Have you seen his picture?
Yeah. He doesn't like wearing neckties. He always tweets a photo of himself saying "ack" whenever he has to do that.
What's that? Ack. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but I was reading this thing. It was kind of crazy. It was talking about how by 2000 and by basically within 50 or 60 years. Mm-hmm. The sales tax would have to be raised the rate to 60% between 2019 and 2087 before in Japan.
What?
So in Japan, in order to pay off its national debt, they'll have to increase the sales tax by 2019 from the current 8% to 60% sales tax and keep it that way until 2087 and then level it off to 47% in order to pay off the national debt. And then they said that the only way that they could really control that, which the government seems to be doing, is by deliberately increasing inflation, they can actually lower the value of the debt. But the only problem with that is they'd have to buy back the government bonds and stuff like that, and that would cause runaway inflation like what happened in South America. But that's almost the only way that the government can get out of the debt problem.
Can immigration help us in any way?
I don't know. They could import a bunch of Argentinian and Zimbabwean economists to build the economy.
Can they just import rich people?
Well, they'd have to import a lot.
We just need some rich people.
The 1%, bring the 1% over. That's all that we need. We just need your top 1%. That's all we need.
Yeah, we don't need all the poor people. Just the rich people, please. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know about him, but I actually I'm following him on Twitter, but I haven't noticed him before. So when you're following so many people, it's hard to pay attention.
Conquest Tier 3, I have a good mic, but it's out of sync, and I'm going to fix it, so I'm sorry about that. People complaining I'm out of sync, so you got to talk more.
So I'm checking out his Twitter. It's pretty funny, actually. He's got a pretty interesting Twitter.
Yeah, no, he's a good one to follow. He's one of my recommended.
What does he do?
He's a translator and an editor of Nippon.com news site.
Okay. There's
been a lot of people talking about the dancing ban in Japan and the number of nightclub owners that have been arrested for dancing. In Japan.
How much of an issue is that?
Well, apparently, lately there's been a real crackdown, and they have been using the anti-dancing laws to prosecute successfully nightclub owners.
But for ethical reasons, apparently, right?
Yeah, well, the truth behind it is that if you have a nightclub and you become a forum for antisocial behavior, like people drunk on the street or fighting or too much noise, and there are too many complaints, rather than enforce the law or the noise ordinance or whatever, they will just come in and arrest the owner for allowing dancing.
Blame him, huh?
Yeah, and then they have to go to court and plead innocent to the crime of dancing. It's kind of.
Yes, I'm so sorry. And then you gotta pretend to really feel bad about that. So.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's really funny about Japanese crime is that, and I think for me it seems like it's completely normal now. But when I first heard this, I thought it's so bizarre. Yeah. So basically, you've got to convince the court that you feel really bad for what you did, and that'll take quite a bit of time off your sentence, right?
Yeah. The first thing is that you confess. And then you make it clear how guilty you feel about dancing. Then you have to pay reparations to all the people who are negatively affected by your dancing.
What kind of reparations would you pay for dancing?
Well, in my case, I'm pretty bad when it comes to standing on toes and stuff like that. So I'd find everybody whose feet I stood on and pay them off. And I don't know, I guess you pay off the DJ, who was also probably victimized by he was enjoying his music when all of these people went and ruined it by making, by dancing. To it. How's a guy supposed to DJ with everybody dancing around him? Like, no respect. This is just no respect.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see.
Increasing deaths from people using smartphones in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, phone-related deaths, your smartphone could kill you, is the article on Rocket News. Phone-related deaths on the rise in Japan.
Rocket News. I don't actually go there very much, but when I get sent over there, I'll check it out. What do you think about that? What do you think about that site as a good news source?
It's not a good news source, but it's a fun news source.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
What is the site actually called? That's not Rocket News. It's what?
It's actually Rocket News 24, en.rocketnews24.com. And it's pretty good. Yeah, we've got My Argonauts is asking Ren to go and get Kevin Bacon to act as a defense for the nightclub owners. Don't, I'm going to call the cops on you, and they won't show any mercy. I'm a witness. By the way, Watami, Watami, that nightclub, the izakaya chain, Watami, which had the owner that worked like 2 or 3 people to death, and he wasn't even sorry about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's gone from like a $12 million profit last year to his latest listing. He came up $50 million in debt or $50 million in the red for the last year.
Jesus.
So
how does that happen?
Bad press, because
how do you go from plus 20 million to minus 50 million? That is really amazing.
Well, this is it. The backlash against him for callously working his bar staff to death. So the big talk on Nietzsche was about how he's gone from being a black company to a red company. But yeah, it looks like
right, a black company. Yeah, I see. We don't really have those over here. The Watani chain.
You don't have those in Nagoya? Like,
I mean, they must be here, but I've never been to one.
I imagine that they had them, but all the workers probably died. That's what happens. It's a bad habit with those things.
What is going on with Korea?
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? North Korea was calling the president of South Korea a whore.
Well, not actually a whore.
And a comfort woman.
A comfort woman. And Obama was her American soldier pimp.
Obama's her big pimp.
I don't know. I mean, on some level, like just as someone who sees internet trolls pretty often, I've got some level of respect for the broadcast.
That is pretty clever.
North Korean government.
That is pretty clever.
Well, that was a total success because the Korean Foreign Ministry did actually respond to that.
Really?
So they crossed the line. That was going too far. Don't you say that again. But this is just it. That's exactly what the trolls want to hear. So you can just imagine all the North Koreans high-fiving each other. Yeah, so they got a reaction from it. But
somebody says we should have a dance battle.
Yeah, a forbidden dance battle. By the way, speaking of dance battle, Teacher Sam, who is like...
I've heard that name before.
Your favorite guy. Well, he stole your taps. I didn't understand that comment at all. I saw something there. It's like... who knows what you guys are all talking about all the time? But he's got a dance compilation video thing that he's putting out. I don't know. He might have invited you, but go and invite himself.
I've been invited, though I don't know if he's still open to taking my my video clips. So I made them almost immediately.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so he was asking me about that today, so I'm gonna go do that. You guys all need to just.
So did he ask you to dance for 5.5 minutes?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm gonna do it for like 10 minutes, but then I'm gonna destroy all the evidence because I could be prosecuted with it.
10 minutes, or 10 seconds?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. A twerk battle. I like that. 88 kamikaze 69. That's what I should do, shouldn't I? But
Twerk battle.
Happy, I should just twerk the entire time. That would be good. I could do that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Is twerking? That you probably should be arrested for. Actually, I'd have trouble. If I was caught on video twerking, I would just confess and take my chances with the.
Yes,
with the
I don't know what the punishment is, but I'll take it. I deserve it.
Yeah.
So it's not a contest, just so people know. Tikio Sam is doing a collaboration.
Collaboration vid.
And it's a collaboration of people just dancing to a song by Pharrell Williams called
Happy. Yes.
And basically, everyone's done it.
Well, everyone's done it except for Tikio Sam.
Except J-Vlog.
We haven't really done it very well. There is actually another thing, which I have been really lazy about and terrible about. Ken Tanaka helped me find parents. He's actually made, or his brother, I think it was actually David, his brother, the actor.
Wrote the book.
Not only wrote the book, but which is now getting published by HarperCollins, but he made a bunch of videos with other Breaking Bad cast.
Yes, I haven't seen them yet, but I've
they're awesome. They're awesome. We should put links up for those because go to help you find parents. You know that he was on David Yuri, the brother of Ken Tanaka, was actually on an episode of Breaking Bad. He was the guy whose head got crushed by the ATM machine.
By the ATM is yes, great. He gets killed in everything. He was also in Justified, killed there. He's
Heroes.
killed in that action.
Killed in Heroes, was he though?
In Heroes, he didn't get killed.
Yeah, that was.
By the way, they're bringing Heroes back this fall.
Yeah, they should make him like the main character next time.
What would his superpower be?
I don't know. Speaking Japanese.
Ability to survive death.
I don't know, but he's got a distinctive look about him. He seems to be cast every time that there is a dodgy landlord or a meth addict role, which is kind of a shame. But he does the role really well. And but his friends from a lot of the cast from Breaking Bad, they all got together and they made these really, really awesome little movie trailer type things, and they're really good. So you should go and check them out.
That's amazing that he got them to do that.
Ahmed Zombie points out he thinks that they actually still have the death penalty for twerking in Japan.
Japan's kind of backwards when it comes to the death penalty, but not that backwards.
Yeah, I think twerking will probably be the last thing they'll leave on the books. But yeah, I don't know. So what else we got? We've got the competitions, we've got videos, we've got Ken Tanaka. I'm just going through my stuff here. What
any big news happening? Not really.
There was a big earthquake in Tokyo.
Yeah, how was that? Did you feel that?
Yeah, it was pretty big. It was brief, but it was a lower 5, and it was an upper 5 during the big 311. So it was a pretty big shake, although, yeah, it was very, very local. The center of the shaking, the epicenter was actually way off the coast, but it was like the plate kind of came up at an angle, so it actually hit directly in the middle of Tokyo. It was like where they had the biggest shake. So yeah, it was kind of freaky. Yeah.
Really? I didn't feel anything. I was out. I was out at my in-laws' house.
Yeah. No, it was the first really, really big shake. It was like, that was the second biggest quake I've ever felt, anyway. Although it was brief. But it was enough to wake you up in a bed, which is pretty big.
Yeah, not for us. But I'm hoping, every time I leave town, I hope that the big one's going to hit now. So I don't have to experience it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, so what else we got?
Nothing really much happening. I heard Mira Canada Gen 3 did a really good video on the Yasukuni Shrine.
Oh, really? I'm going to check that out.
I haven't seen it. Ado told me about it, and he said it was really, really good. That's nice. Otherwise, I'd say let's keep tonight's video short. And can we talk about next week yet?
Yeah, well, I think we've already talked about it a little bit. But yes, Justin Bieber will possibly be making an appearance.
We will have a major Justin Bieber level star.
Yes.
On our channel next Thursday on Hiko Simon.
He's asked us not to pre-announce. We can only post-announce.
Really?
Which defeats the purpose a little bit, but yes, we've talked about getting him on a lot, and we're really looking forward to getting him on. So we're setting up the preparations for that now. And next week on my channel, we're going to have him. We are going to have my show on Sunday as well, 11 p.m. every week. I'm going to come back, and my sound will be sounding good and in sync next time. I'm gonna fix this. And I don't know, how about you? What you got coming up?
I had Kemushi-chan come visit today. That was a big deal. Basically, I'm just working my ass off.
Yeah.
But summer's coming, and things kind of slow down in the summer.
Yeah.
People take breaks. People actually don't want to come to school because it's too hot. They just want to stay home. Let's see. Yeah, nothing much. Just doing well. There's nothing really that interesting. I'm watching a lot of American TV as usual.
Yeah.
Mad Men and what's that?
All I'm watching is American Idol, and it's like a few weeks.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is meant to be good. I don't know.
I'm doing well. I'm happy that I've left. I've left the Gimmeabreakman channel, and I'm putting everything in Gimmeabreakman. It's kind of relieved me a little bit. Now that I've made that decision.
Can I say screw you, Maker Studios, on this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, screw you, Maker Studios. The conclusion seems to be that those multi-channel networks really are just a big Kong game, more or less. Like, they just take your money and they don't really do anything for you. Seems to be the consensus. And
it's a shame that YouTube can't do anything about that. Like, they really can't. I don't understand how that works at all.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've broken the contract. I can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
Them. I mean, I guess I suppose I could hire somebody for a couple $1,000, but I mean that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
If you're going to lose money.
That's a good lesson. It's a good lesson on YouTubing that those, honestly, if you want to maximize your AdSense, just keep what you've got and make better videos.
Yes.
Promote yourself because, they promise a lot and they really don't do a lot. I mean, and the thing is, if you think that they're only helping out the top guys, even Ray William Johnson abandoned Maker Studios and got in a big fight with them. So, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't seem to be worth it. I'd be interested to see something come along that does make it worth it. But yeah, it's one of those things.
It's a hard call, Everyone wants to grow their channel, but honestly, I don't think anyone can really do it unless you do it yourself, I learned the hard way, but anyway, that's kind of in the past. I'm happy if anyone who was thinking of joining decides not to. I would say good on you or good for you.
But you know what? Give me a Breakman as well. That's your original channel. That's your original internet handle. I'm kind of glad that you're bringing it back as well.
No, me too. I've always liked the name better. Gimmeabreakman was made as a joke when someone criticized me for changing my mind once. They said, "Oh, you're so flaky. You should call yourself Gimmeabreakman."
Yeah.
And I thought that's pretty funny. I'll do that. So there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, for everyone who's watching, please come back next week.
We will.
But next week on Hiko Simon's channel.
That's right. And Yeah, we're gonna keep following our Twitter channels and so on for more information.
Follow our Twitter channels if you don't know them.
Thumbnails. I love to see thumbnails. Actually, I know there's a lot of creative people out there, so I know it's pretty hard.
And where do we send the thumbnails?
For now, I guess we should create a repository. I think the easiest thing would actually be like Facebook, but the problem is that it's kind of hard. Maybe someone can suggest that. I mean, we've got until June, so maybe someone can suggest where we put all the thumbnail entries. But you know what? If you tweet it or Facebook it, okay, I'll copy paste capture it.
Yeah.
And I'll put it all in my photo albums on Facebook, which
that sounds good.
Public.
Okay, great.
That's the easiest way. So yeah, try to come up with, and there will be swag and so on, which we will announce later for that we will give as a prize for it. But you'll also just get your little piece of our show on every week if you do that.
Well, we'll give you a proper prize. We'll think of something.
Yeah. And that, there's something else I was going to say, but I forgot it, and it's okay. And it's there. I was going to ask for help with something. Yes. I wrote a letter to NHK World. If you guys watch NHK World, if you don't, you should, because it's awesome. It's the English language website of all the news in Japan, the foreign, basically all of NHK news. It's the International Broadcast Network, and they've got awesome. They've got the news that I watch in Japanese. It's all available in English. They've got awesome documentaries and stuff like that. But they don't use RSS and they don't use Twitter and they don't have sharing tools or anything like that on the English version. Only on the Japanese.
Really?
Yeah. So I wrote a letter to them saying you gotta pump it up. You gotta add some. You gotta get a Twitter feed and you gotta make your stuff more shareable. And yeah, I've been hassling them. So if anybody watching this has any leverage with their NHK World, draw attention to my campaign to get them to use RSS and Twitter. Yeah, it's a one-man campaign. It's like it's a bit of a one-man band on it, but I would like that to happen because there's a lot of stuff on there I like to share. And you should watch it if you don't watch it. So that's about all I've got.
Can you send me the links and add them to the description?
Sure. All
right.
So.
Okay. Great. I apologize for being late today, but
Big night.
Big night tonight. But join us next week. With bated breath, you will be surprised at who's going to be on the show next week.
Justin Bieber. But I'm not allowed to say.
Don't tell them. Right. Good night, guys. Peace out.
Good night. Peace.